Our entire trip to New Orleans was dedicated to the memory of a true, amazing American hero, former NFL player Pat Tillman, who lost his life in Afghanistan for us and for a lot of other people around the world who cherish freedom and democracy. So the Pat Tillman story was front and center for our young people from Lankenau High School and others who came with us on the trip to the Super Bowl. But it was personified in an amazing way by a young man from Harleysville, Pennsylvania, Lance Corporal Tim Donnelly, who was severely injured in combat in Afghanistan. So a couple of days before the Super Bowl, we brought him to Philadelphia, where he got a number of VIP treatments, especially from the Philadelphia Phillies, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the awesome Philadelphia Police Department Highway Patrol.
Sir.
I'm John. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Chairman.
We got some stuff. Why don't you
Same here.
give Tim Hamill's military sponsors?
That is awesome.
Got a hat for you?
Hey,
We'll do
thank
that in
you.
the dome.
Hey, thanks, John.
All right, have a great trip.
Good trip. That's fun.
It's a good man there.
Just
Thanks again, you guys.
As part of the VIP treatment that Lance Corporal Tim Donnelly received, the Philadelphia Eagles really did something extraordinary. New President Don Smolenski took Tim Donnelly around the NovaCare facility. And it wasn't just a really cool kind of a 10-minute tour. It lasted well over a half an hour. And the respect people in the Eagles organization, just like the Phillies did earlier in the day, showed towards this remarkable young American really stood out when President Don Smolenski, the new president of the Philadelphia Eagles, took time to give this great American hero a tour that lasted over half an hour of the Eagles' NovaCare facility. Now, the reason they were going to New Orleans is educational. We were going to give them a couple of days to explore the history of New Orleans, going back to the Civil Rights era, more recently to Katrina, to really learn about a place that many of them had only read about in a very small way. For many of our great Lankenau superheroes and superstars of harmony, as we like to call them, this was a chance to fly on an airplane, stay as a group in a hotel out of Philadelphia, and it was also a chance to know that one of them would be chosen by the others to actually stay a little longer Super Bowl week and attend the Super Bowl itself. The winner of that competition among the children, judged by the children, was the awesome Rakib Robinson. We wanted these young people to really look upon the Super Bowl as an opportunity to learn about things other than sports. So as you could see, they did a lot of educational things, touring New Orleans, talking about what they saw, the history they learned. But we also wanted, as we have done many times in the past at the Super Bowl, to give them an opportunity to get to know the real heroes in uniform. Not the people who play sports, but the men and women of law enforcement, firefighting, and the United States military. So may I introduce an American hero who at the age of 21 gave what is obvious, but what we don't see so obviously is that he joined the Marines and did what he did, and tonight he'll be joined by his brother, Lance Corporal Pat Donnelly, coming with us to the game. This man did something extraordinary because he's an extraordinary man. My friend, Lance Corporal Tim Donnelly. Lance, come on over, man.
I have to say, they're really, he says a lot of things about me that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. I'm just a man. But from the time I was young, I wanted to do something that mattered and something that would mean something in this world, something that would make a difference. And there was nothing greater for me that I could see than to do what I've done. And while I knew the possibilities and I knew what might happen, nobody really thinks it's going to be them. But you know what? I paid the price, and I paid it happily. And you know, people say that freedom isn't really free, but that it takes on a completely new meaning when you watch your own blood spill out on the ground, or you watch your brothers fall around you. And while there are many who don't understand what that means, I know that Don, he gets it. And just the love he's shown and the support, even just in this short time I've known him, has just said so much to me about who he is and about his character. There's not much that can really express what it means to be out there. And I know that it's not something that's easy to understand. But for the sake of our boys who throw themselves in harm's way to feed their families, to protect their families, they deserve our respect and our consideration. And it was because of everybody who came before me and wore those uniforms that I joined. And there was really nothing that could mean more to me in the world than to have my brother enlist with me, and we went to boot camp together, and there's nothing like it in the world. And I'm really excited that you guys are going to get to meet him. But the fact that Don has made all this possible, and just that he's just tossed this opportunity into my lap, has been such an honor, and it has really meant a lot to me, as I know it would to any wounded service member. So I'd just like to ask you guys to give a big round of applause for Don, because he has done so much to bring this together and to support the people who were willing to give everything. So let's hear it for Don.